In this video, we are diving into one of the most in-demand concepts in modern software development, microservices. You'll learn what microservices really are, why they are important, and how Spring Boot makes it easier to build, deploy, and manage them. Whether you're just getting started or looking to sharpen your skills, this video will give you a clear understanding of microservices architecture using Spring Boot. Let's get started. Here's what we'll cover in this video. First, we'll start with monolithic application architecture to understand how traditional applications are built. Then we'll look at what microservices are and why we use microservices in modern development. After that, we'll see how Spring Boot fits into microservices and how it helps build them easily. Finally, we'll go through the core components used in Spring Boot microservices. Let's begin. In a monolithic application architecture, the client sends a request to the application server. The server contains all the components like controller, service, and data access in one package. The request is processed, and if needed, the application directly connects to the database to fetch or update data. Finally, the response is sent back to the client, all handled inside one single application. Let's begin by understanding the monolithic architecture. In a monolithic application, all the core features are built and deployed as a single unit. In this example, we have an e-commerce application that includes a shop UI, an order service, and a discount service, all bundled together inside one code base. The front end interacts with the single application, which in turn connects to a single shared database. This kind of architecture is simple to develop in the beginning, but as the project grows, it becomes harder to scale, update, and maintain. That's why many modern applications are moving towards microservices. Monolithic applications come with several key disadvantages. First, there is tight toppling. All modules are connected, so a change in one area can impact everything. Second, they are hard to scale. You can't scale just one feature. You have to scale the whole app. Third, they become difficult to maintain. As the code base grows, it gets more complex and harder to manage. Fourth, deployment is slow and risky. Even a small change means rebuilding and redeploying the entire application. And finally, there is limited flexibility. It's tough to adopt new technologies without affecting the whole system. Now, let's understand what microservices are. Microservices are a way of building software by breaking down an application into smaller independent services. Each service is responsible for a specific task and can be developed, tested, and deployed separately. These services communicate with each other, usually over a network, to work together as a complete system. This approach makes applications easier to scale, more flexible, and faster to update. Now let's take a look at a typical microservices architecture diagram. Here, the application is divided into separate, focused services, each responsible for a specific business function. Starting with the user service. This microservice handles all user-related operations such as registration, login, authentication, and user profile management. Next, we have the product catalog service. It manages everything related to products, including details, pricing, and real-time inventory updates. Then comes the order service, which is responsible for placing new orders, processing payments, and tracking the status of each order. Each of these services is independently developed, deployed, and scaled, allowing for greater flexibility and faster release cycles. These services don't function in isolation. They communicate with each other through lightweight protocols like REST APIs or messaging systems such as RabbitMQ or Kafka. Altogether, they form a distributed system that works seamlessly to deliver a complete and responsive application. This architectural style brings clear advantages over monolithic systems, making the application easier to scale, maintain, and evolve over time. Now let's take a look at the key benefits of using microservices in modern application development. First, independent deployment. Each microservice can be deployed on its own without impacting the rest of the system. This means faster, more frequent releases and less risk during updates or rollbacks. Second, easy to scale. Microservices let you scale only the components that need more resources. For instance, if your product service experiences heavy traffic, you can scale just that service, saving infrastructure costs and improving performance. Third, better fault isolation. If one service fails, it doesn't bring down the entire application. Other services continue to run, making the overall system more stable and resilient. And fourth, faster development. With microservices, multiple teams can work on different services at the same time. This accelerates development and allows quicker delivery of new features. Teams can also choose the tech stack that suits them best. For example, one service might be built using Java with Spring Boot, while another could use Python or Node.js. This flexibility makes development not only faster but smarter. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with others. Have questions or thoughts? Feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Your support really helps the channel grow, so stay tuned for more content coming soon. See you in the next video.